Hello, welcome to this mini twist tutorial. In today's video, we're going to be using the QVR human hair, and we have it in about 3 colors. We have a natural black, and then we have 2 gray tones as well. And so I love my client fam's gray hair. I love how it's silver. There's some white in there. You know, next time she's hoping to actually find white hair so that we can do the very front with that instead of this lighter gray. However, if you stay until the very end, you're going to see how beautifully this turned out today. We were super happy. And so there are a couple ways to do this. And so sometimes people start off their twist as a knotless braid down a little bit, and then divide that section into 2 and start twisting. However, in today's tutorial, we're starting it off as a traditional braid and then twisting down and all of that. And so if you're able to catch my last video where I did the twist using this hair, but just using the natural black color, you'll see that I use the knotless braid method instead. However, today we are using the traditional braiding method where there is a small knot at the root. And so I'm going to try my very best to show you how I do this from different angles. And so this hair is wonderful. However, you need a little bit of patience when working with it. And so what you see here is I'm twisting as I twist. And even when I go to add in a little bit more hair, what I do is I pull both sides so that there's a little bit of tension before I start adding in the additional pieces, because she wanted her hair to touch her shoulder. However, her hair is long, so the overall look was a bit longer than what she would have liked. But we do have to twist until the very end of her hair. And then what we did was after that is we left the hair out after that, as you can see here. Here we have another angle, and so I'm just putting a tiny bit of gel on that small section. I'm not a stylist who uses a lot of gel when doing protective styles because I do not want to create unnecessary buildup. And so I'm just grabbing 2 pieces of the hair and I'm interlocking them as we're going to be starting this twist off as a regular braid. I promise I will show you this from different angles because I know sometimes my hands get in the way here. But as you can see, I have started this off as a braid and there's a tiny knot at the root area. And so I'm going to braid down a little bit. I mean, there's no rules to this, so you braid down until you're comfortable enough to start twisting. And so what happens is you want to make sure that you have enough hair on both sides. And so before you start twisting, you may actually just take all of the hair and then just split it in half and then start twisting. And so pro tip is to twist as you twist. It's a very important step, especially if you don't want this hair to sort of like slip out or slide out as the client continues to wear her hair in the next few weeks to come. And so although this hair says that it's, you know, maybe 16 inches, 18 inches, 22 inches, or however many inches, I have found that you always end up having to add additional pieces as you go down the twist. And so that's something to keep in mind when making your purchase. And so depending on the look you're going for, most people use about anywhere between 4 to 6 packs of hair. But I think online the suggested amount is about 5 bundles of hair. And so as we get to the end, what we like to do is just leave a little bit of it undone at the end, and you'll see why at the very end of this tutorial. And so we have completed the front. And so the front actually had 4 sections, and we opted to do square parts today. And so I've completed that very small section that was at the very top in the crown area. And now I'm working my way down to the next row. And you may be wondering why I'm working a little bit backwards today. And so it's only because she had purchased 2 packages of each color. And so we had 6 bundles total. And I wanted to ensure that I had enough hair for each section. And so I find that when I work in this way, I have more control over how much hair I have and where the color is placed exactly. And so what you'll find is with these bundles is sometimes there are extremely short pieces of hair, and I don't like anything going to waste. And so in the areas where I feel like the twist is already beginning to thin out, I will actually grab those smaller pieces of hair and just insert them in. Important to note that before I added in that additional piece, I did pull both sides of the twist I was working on before I began to twist that hair into this twist. By doing that, you ensure that the hair does not slip out. Keep in mind as you continue to add pieces is that, again, there are no rules to this hairstyle. As long as you know where you want your client's hair to end, you just keep adding pieces until you reach that point. So we have finished the look, and now we're just trimming a little bit of the ends off before we actually take her back to the sink and place her under the hot water. What this does is it activates the curly ends. And so we're back at the chair, and now I'm just spraying in a leave-in conditioner. It's super light, it's not even creamy. We don't want to create any buildup here. And here to really activate the curl and have it work well together with the leave-in conditioner we just sprayed in is the Most Def Texture Foam. I love this stuff. As you can see, it's already, the magic is happening. The magic is happening. And so I'm going to show you what her hair looks like from a more direct view. Here we are. And so you can see that the ends have been activated by that hot water in conjunction with the leave-in product and the mousse. And so now we're really polishing things off with an additional trim. And of course, we have to blow dry our clients' hair. We do not want them leaving the salon with wet hair. And so this is the finished product. We really loved how this turned out. It was super lightweight. It looked amazing. It had a lot of flow. It moves like how natural hair would. We were super thrilled with this. And so this came out beautifully. It's super full, it's lightweight, it moves just like your natural hair would. Look at how gorgeous this looks. I hope you enjoyed the tutorial. Have a fabulous day, and thanks for watching.